everyone, it's Crochet by Beb. Welcome back to my channel. For this video tutorial, we're going to make a dress. This dress is made to measure so you can make it the desired length and width you would like. You can make the dress fitted onto you or make it a bit loose. I made mine a bit loose. Or the length, you can make it mini dress, midi or maxi dress. You can do that. So you can decide the measurement you would like for your dress. For your measurement reference, my dress is 23 inches wide or 24 inches with a bit of a stretch, and it is 38 inches long. For the materials, I use this sport weight cotton yarn, 2 colors and the black. I use 3.5mm hook, tape measure, yarn needle and scissors, and also a stitch marker. And before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you will be notified for more video tutorial coming. And you can tag me in my Instagram at Crochet by Beb if you would like to share your work with me and enjoy making your dress. Let's start. First, measure the widest part of your body. For me, it's my hips. Take the circumference of the widest part of your body. So for me, it was my hips. So I got 39. And then add in that measurement of 4 to 6 inches. So I added mine for 5 inches. So it's a total of 44 inches. So the design of this dress is a loose fit. So meaning we're going to have a positive ease of this dress. But if you would like or you prefer a fitted dress, you can do that also. So you can just take the circumference, the wider circumference of your body and just stick onto that, and you don't need to add 46 inches additional. This dress, I am making a loose fit. So I added 5 inches to me. So you can add at least 4 to 6 inches. And now we're going to divide that measurements into 2. So 44 divided by 2 is 22 inches. So I'm going to make my panel 22 inches. So we're going to make 2 panels. So 22 inches of this and then 22 inches for my next panel. We're going to start here with a foundation chainless half double crochet. And the pattern is a multiple of 3 plus 1. I suggest you can start with a small amount of stitches and then measure that so you know already how many stitches you're going to make. Sometimes the foundation row is smaller than when you have already more rows done. So I will put here an example of my foundation row. You can try to make a small swatch and then measure that. I have a total of 91 stitches, or this foundation half double crochet. I have 91 stitches or half double crochet. So I'm going to show you how to start with the foundation chainless half double crochet. I'm using these 2 colors. It's up to you what color you want to use. For me, it's the red and this pink one, and they are sport weight. So I'm going to start showing you the foundation chainless half double crochet. To start, make a slip knot and insert your hook. So I'm using here a 3.5mm hook, and then chain 2, then yarn over, insert your hook into your first chain, grab a yarn, you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull 3 loops. You have your first half double crochet done here. So you're going to count this stitch. Again, yarn over. Now insert your hook into these 2 loops at the bottom. So that is the chain that you are making here for the foundation row. Then grab a yarn, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1, then pull 3 loops. You have 2 half double crochet done. So count 1, 2. Don't count this chain here, not count as a stitch, okay? So 1, 2. Again, yarn over, insert hook in these 2 loops at the bottom or this chain that you made, then grab a yarn, pull through 1, then pull 3 loops. So that these are the chains. I'm going to show you here. Those are your foundation chain. Again, yarn over, insert hook in these 2 loops at the bottom or like the chain. Grab a yarn, pull through 1 and then 3 loops. Okay, so you're going to do this until you reach the measurement you need for your first panel. So for me is 22 inches and I have a total of 91 stitches, so it should be a multiple of 3 plus 1. All right, your count of your stitches. So continue your foundation row and then I will meet you to make the first row. So as you can see here, my panel, it is 22 inches wide. Alright, so when you are done your foundation row or your half double crochet, I'm going to show you how to start the stitch pattern. So here I don't change color, I only going to change color every after 2 rows. As you can see there. So when you are done your foundation row, now we're going to make a chain 2. And this chain 2 I don't count as a stitch throughout, and then turn and then double crochet into the first stitch, which is this double crochet, and then we're going to skip 2 stitches or these 2, 1, 2, and then here we're going to work the V cluster. So double crochet 2 together and then chain 2, then double crochet 2 together. So this is cluster V stitch, and then skip 2, then again repeat cluster V stitch. So double crochet 2 together, chain 2, then double crochet 2 together into the same stitch. Alright, so we'll just continue this until the end. Into the last stitch, we're going to work 1 double crochet just to match here into the first stitch. Alright, so to those who don't know how to make double crochet 2 together, so we'll do it slowly. So skip 2, yarn over here, then insert your hook into that after the skip 2. Grab a yarn, pull through 2, don't finish your double crochet. Again, yarn over, insert hook into that same stitch, grab a yarn. You have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull 3 loops. You have your double crochet 2 together, and then chain 2, and then do again double crochet 2 together into this same stitch. So yarn over there, insert hook, grab a yarn, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, insert hook into that same stitch, grab a yarn, pull through 2, you have 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over, pull 3 loops. Alright, so you're going to repeat this until the end of your stitch. So just skip 2 and then cluster V stitch, and then here to the last stitch, skip 2 and then 1 double crochet here into the last stitch. I will going to show you. Alright, so here into the last stitch, skip 2 and then last stitch double crochet. And we're going to continue for the second row. So it's the same color I'm using here, so I'm going to work again here, chain 2, doesn't count as a stitch, turn work, and work double crochet here into the first stitch, double crochet, and now we're going to work into these chain 2 spaces from our cluster V stitch. So we're going to work here cluster V stitch also. So yarn over, insert hook into this chain 2 space, grab a yarn, pull through 2, yarn over, insert hook, then make your double crochet 2 together, chain 2, then again double crochet 2 together, and then just repeat that. You're gonna jump here and work your cluster V stitch. Again, double crochet 2 together, chain 2, double crochet 2 together. Alright, So just simply as that, you're just going to work the cluster V stitch into the chain 2 spaces, and into the last stitch work 1 double crochet into the stitch. Okay, so continue. And then here into the last stitch, I'm going to show you how to change color, because we're going to change color in every 2 rows, and you don't need to cut your yarn. So I'm going to show you the technique how to carry up your yarn, so you don't need to cut and then insert. So just carry up our yarn in here on this side. So just continue first here. Alright, so I'm going to show you the technique how to change color. So here into your last stitch, so we're going to work our double crochet, right? So before finishing your double crochet, so drop your red and take your next color. For me it's pink, and then grab it and finish your double crochet. And now we're going to chain 2 again, so it's the same stitch pattern. So chain 2, so I am carry up this tail and the red, so just put like this, and then chain 2, and then turn, work, and then again it's the same. You're just going to repeat row 1, double crochet into the first stitch, and work cluster V stitch into the chain 2 spaces. So it's the same, double crochet 2 together, chain 2, then double crochet 2 together into the same chain space, and then just jump in here to make your next cluster V stitch, and again into the last stitch work 1 double crochet. Alright, so as simply as that, this stitch pattern, I already used this many times into my design or stitch tutorial. If you have seen my other tutorial, I use this stitch a lot. So here into the last stitch, double crochet, and then again chain 2, turn, work, and then double crochet into the first stitch, and then cluster V stitch into the chain 2 spaces. Alright, continue, and then I'm going to show you how to carry up the yarn or to change color again in this red. Okay, so how to carry up or change the yarn in here. So here into the last stitch, we're going to make double crochet, right? So put this like this. I carry also my tail here, so I don't need to weave that later. Just weaving it like that. Yarn over, pull through 2, and before finishing your double crochet, put this here, and then grab your red now or your first color, and then finish your double crochet. And now we're going to chain 2, so put these 2 around your hook, and then chain 2 and turn. So as you can see, your unworked yarn carried up here at the side, but make sure when you're doing this, give a bit of loose here, don't pull it too tight. Alright, so we have already there chain 2, and then continue again your stitches. So here in the first stitch, double crochet, and then cluster V stitch into the chain 2 spaces. Alright, continue again. So you're going to work this color in your next 2 rows, and then we're going to change color again here in this side. So I'm going to show you again how to pick the second color. For me it's the pink, so I'm going to show you. Alright, so I'm going to finish this first and then coming back. Alright, so I'm here now in the last stitch of this, and then I'm going to change color. So insert your hook here into the last stitch. So again, put this into your hook, above your hook, and then make your double crochet and finish. Then put this around the hook, and then now grab your pink yarn and then finish your double crochet, and then these two put here, and then chain 2 again and turn, and continue your stitches. Alright, so as simply as that, how to carry up your yarn and change color. Alright, so you're going to repeat this stitch pattern until you reach the desired length of your dress up to the below of your chest. I'm going to insert a clip here just so you will know or have a reference what I am saying. Below of your chest until the desired length of your dress. And then I'm going to show you how to split the dress for the left and right upper body of the dress and how to make the decrease. So this is what I'm saying. If you would like a more close neckline, this part, you can continue more and then make the decrease for this left and right upper part of the dress. So I'm going to show you how to make the decrease. Alright, so how can you do the decrease? So first, divide your, not your stitches, the cluster V stitches into 2. So in my panel, I have 29 cluster V stitches. So I have 1 extra here, so I put my marker in there. But if you have exact division of your cluster V stitch, just put your marker in here, in between of your stitches or your cluster V stitch. So we're continuing here at this side. So we're going to make the decrease in both sides, here and here in the middle. So to make the decrease, so decrease 1, we're going to work double crochet here and then work here into the first cluster V stitch, double crochet 2 together. So only 1 double crochet 2 together in there, and then jump in here into your next cluster. Now work your cluster V stitch. So this is the decrease 1. Work double crochet into your first stitch and into your first chain 2 space, work only double crochet 2 together. Alright, and then just continue until the stitch marker. Alright, so when you are almost in your mark stitch, so for me here, so here into your last chain 2 space, we're going to work only double crochet 2 together. So double crochet 2 together. You work only double crochet 2 together, the same here. Now we're going to work here into the chain 2 space. But if your marker is in here in the middle of this cluster, you can just put 1 double crochet here. Just put 1 double crochet. Alright, so for me, I'm going to work like this. So 1 double crochet here, unfinished, and double crochet here into the chain 2 space. Just to make it double crochet 2 together in this stitch and into the chain 2 space. And then we're going to chain 2 and turn. For decrease 2, we're going to work here into the first stitch and second stitch, double crochet 2 together. Okay, double crochet 2 together. And then here into the chain 2 space, we're going to work the cluster V stitch. So for decrease 2, we're only making the decrease, double crochet 2 together into these first 2 stitches. And here I'm going to show you also how to do the decrease. It's the same. So just continue first here. Okay, so the decrease 2 in this side. So just work double crochet 2 together into these last 2 stitches. So 1 in here and 1 in there. Double crochet 2 together. So now I'm going to take my red and I'm going to change color. And then chain 2 and turn. And for the next decrease, just repeat decrease 1, which is this. So we're going to work double crochet into the first stitch and 1 double crochet 2 together only here into this chain 2 space. Double crochet 2 together. And then jump into the chain 2 space and work your cluster or continue your stitches. So this is repeat decrease 1. Alright, so again repeat decrease 1, double crochet into your first stitch and into the first cluster or in this chain 2 space, work only double crochet 2 together, and also in the last stitch just work like that, double crochet 2 together into the last chain 2 space and into the last 2 stitches or last stitch double crochet, and then decrease 2, you're going to here decrease 2, you're going to work into your first 2 stitches, which is your double crochet and double crochet 2 together, work double crochet 2 together this, and then into the next chain 2 spaces, work your cluster V stitch until you reach here again, it's the same, work your double crochet 2 together into these last 2 stitches, and then again repeat decrease 1 then decrease 2. Alright, so I'm now going to continue here. Okay, so just continue make the decrease until you reach only one of your cluster, just like this. So when I reach my one cluster here, so as you can see here, I made the decrease and I didn't make a decrease here because if I do, I don't have a whole of this cluster. So I just make the decrease here and I didn't make the decrease here. So I'm just going to continue my second panel and then I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you have your one cluster V stitch left, so just continue working on that to make the strap of your dress until you reach the length you would like from your shoulder. Okay, so I will continue decreasing mine and then I'm going to show you this part, how to do this. Okay, and here at in the other side it's totally the same. So you can see here double crochet in these stitches. If your marker in here, just work only one double crochet. So we're going to start in here, so just to follow the pattern of your stitches, and it's totally the same. As you can see here in decrease 1, work double crochet 2 together into this last cluster and then double crochet here, and then decrease 2, double crochet 2 together in this first 2 stitches, and also in the other side double crochet 2 together in this last 2 stitches. But I'm going to show you so you know how to do it also in this other side of the upper part of the dress. Okay, so continue first to finish this part and then I'm going to show you in here. Alright, so I'm now here in my last 2 cluster. So I'm now going to only decrease in this side and not in here. So I'm just going to work decrease here. So double crochet 2 together in these first 2 chains, and then here in my next stitch or these 2 chains I'm going to work cluster. So double crochet 2 together, chain 2, double crochet 2 together. So I didn't make a decrease because I need one whole cluster here. So here in the last stitch, 1 double crochet, then just chain 2 and turn and 1 double crochet in the first stitch. Since I already have only one whole of this cluster, so I'm now just going to make like this, only one cluster, and then here in the last stitch make 1 double crochet 2 together, so I'm changing yarn here and just continue 1 double crochet and then 1 cluster V stitch, then 1 double crochet. Alright, so just continue like this until you reach the desired length of your dress from your shoulder, just like this. Okay, continue. Alright, so I'm done with my first side. I made a few more rows there. I'm not tall, so you might want to add more in your desired length for your dress. Now we're going to start for this side. Insert your hook here in the stitch mark. But if your stitch markers is in the middle of your cluster, you can start here and then just chain 2 and then double crochet. So for me, I'm going to put my yarn here, insert. So it's the same, you just copy the stitch that you made here. So for me, it's the double crochet 2 together. But if your stitch marker is in here, just make chain 2 and then double crochet. So I just gonna make chain 2 and then double crochet 2 together between here and this. And then here in the first chain 2 space, make only double crochet 2 together. It's the same here, and continue in the next chain 2 spaces your cluster V stitch or your double crochet 2 together, chain 2, double crochet 2 together. Okay, so it's really the same. You just need to copy from your first side. So I will come back and show you here. Alright, here in your last chain 2 space, work only your double crochet 2 together, and then into the last stitch 1 double crochet. So it's the same from the first side. You work double crochet 2 together in the last or first cluster V stitch and then 1 double crochet in the end. So it's the same. So this is decrease 1 and then chain 2 here and turn, then decrease 2. We're going to work double crochet 2 together here in the first stitch and in the second stitch, and then next chain space work your cluster V stitch, and then just continue your cluster V stitch. Then I will show you at the end. Here at the end, work your last cluster V stitch in here in your last chain 2 space, and then work double crochet 2 together in these last 2 stitches. And then chain 2, turn, and repeat your decrease 1, which is the double crochet in your first stitch, and into the first chain 2 space work only double crochet 2 together, and then jump into your next chain 2 space and work your cluster V stitch. Alright, so continue like that, the same decrease pattern. It's the same, you just decrease in this side and in this side. Okay, continue the same length from your first side, and I will come back and we're going to sew the panels together. If you're done your 2 panels, you can try it on. You can put stitch markers just to hold your pieces together. So see like this, and try it on. Because the weight of the dress, there are tendencies that the straps get stretched out. So I recommend you to try it on first before sewing the panels together, and then decide how long you would like for the strap is. So I tried it on mine and I see that the straps get stretched much than I expected. So I will remove a few rows, at least 4 here, because it stretches while holding the weight of the dress. So I will remove some few rows. So try it on first, and then when you decided the length of your dress, we're going to sew the straps together and then the sides. The stitches are reversible, so you can decide where is your front or back of your panels. You can put the panels good side together, and then we're going to sew them. So first the straps and then the sides. I will give you some ideas if you would like your dress to be whole sewn until here down. You can do that, or you can do also all sewn here at the side and put some slit open, the slit open here, or you can do also with slit, both slit open here. You just only need to sew from the decrease part here, the decrease part. Already put my markers in there, so you can start in there and go down and sew until where you want to have your slit, for example in here. So you can leave that open if you would like this both sides slit, all right? But if you would like only one, you can do that also, and then you can just go straight and sew this side. But if you would like all close, you can do that also. You can sew all the sides until here at the foundation row, this. Alright, so I'm going to sew now mine. You can use any of the colors you are making. It's totally up to you. I will just insert a clip in here while I'm working or sewing my dress. Alright, I'm back and I'm done sewing the sides. Now I'm going to show you how I did the borders. So I just add the black colors for my borders, but you can use also the same colors if you would like, or any other color. So for me it's the black, so I just put simple all single crochet into the stitches, as you can see, and also at here down. So just simply insert your yarn in the corner and make single crochet. Just put single crochet. You can see the distance, if it's too close or too far your single crochet. For me, I will just put like this. You can see all single crochet. Alright, do this into the armhole borders, to the armhole and into the neckline. And also, if you would like to add down in the hem, you can do that. So this is the last part that we're making for our dress, and we are done. You can weave all your ends and we are done. Alright, so when you are done your borders, just weave all your ends and we are done with the dress. Hope you like this video tutorial. You can tag me in my Instagram at Crochet by Beb if you would like to share your dress with me. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much and happy crochet everyone. Bye!